that you are spinning through the air, blurred mountains spinning through your vision, time standing still as your weightless body seems to float in the wind. Your breath returns as you slide onto the secure cushion of snow. Then you realize your skis are pointed in opposite directions, and they begin to slide away from you with your legs stuck in between. Your body is then contorted into unnatural positions, and your ski day is cut short by pain. If you guys are stuck deciding between skiing or snowboarding, I suggest that you choose snowboarding because it's a tougher challenge. It's a tougher challenge, it has a bigger adrenaline rush, and at the same time, it's more relaxing. Snowboarding is a tougher challenge, first of all, because it's more difficult to learn than skiing. Just about anyone can hop on a pair of skis and make it down the mountain more or less. However, snowboarding, you can't just hop on there and do it. I mean, how many of y'all have seen a grandma shredding the slopes on a snowboard? Pretty much never. A lot of people, when they try and learn to snowboard, try for a day and give up halfway through because learning to snowboard can be frustrating, it can be painful, and it takes a lot of work and effort. However, at the end of the day, once you learn how to snowboard, you actually feel accomplished that you have completed something and done something rather than just taking the easy way out. Which is why, in my opinion, skiers are quitters, and therefore, if you don't want to be a quitter, try snowboarding. Snowboarding is also unique. There are more skiers on the mountain than snowboarders, Rick Paul tells us this, he is the Bachelor Resort and Hoodoo Resort marketing manager. He states that at those two resorts, about 40% of the visitors snowboard, so there are more skiers than snowboarders. Snowboarding is considered youthful, rebellious, and the cool thing to be doing because people like Shaun White, which Kirby states in his article that for Shaun White's Olympic debut, he had more views than American Idol for the first time, and that's just showing that snowboarding is rising in popularity. Another person, Heino, makes the quote that snowboarding is in the process of becoming mainstream, meaning it's becoming the cool thing to do, so don't get stuck behind the times. Snowboarding is a bigger rush. The soaring through the air gives you an incredible rush, which you can do both skiing and snowboarding. However, with snowboarding, you have an endless amount of tricks. You have anything from grabs, grinds, butters, to spins, flips, and ollies. And snowboarding allows for a lot more variations of those than skiing because snowboarding terrain parks were created by and for snowboarders and not skiers. Another rush that you'll experience when snowboarding is when you go through powder. Snowboards do a lot better in powder. They give you this great feeling of where your board is just gliding up and down through the powder, and it almost feels like you're riding on a cloud. While skis will just cut straight through the snow, and it'll feel just like any other snow. My third point today is that snowboarding is more relaxing. You might say, well, how is it relaxing after you just said it's a bigger rush? Well, first of all, the boots are more comfortable. If any of you guys have ever tried to walk in ski boots, they're awkward and they can be very painful. Making a long walk from, say, your car to the slopes or from your condo to the slopes, just not very much fun. While snowboarding boots, on the other hand, fit like any other regular boot, walk just fine. Another thing is, with snowboarding, you don't have as much to carry. Skis, you have poles, and you have your skis, which you have to carry, which you never want to stay together, and you end up in a tangled mess, while with a snowboard, you just have your board to carry. The other thing, snowboardingessentials.com states that injuries on a snowboard and falls are much less severe than those on skis because On a ski, a lot of times when you get injured, you're gonna hurt your knees. You're gonna tear an ACL or something of that sort. While on a snowboard, a lot of times you break your wrist. And you might say, well, breaking your wrist, that is not good. However, breaking your wrist is a lot less severe than tearing an ACL, because a torn ACL will cause problems for the rest of your life, while a broken wrist, 6 weeks later, you should be fine. On a snowboard, you're able to slide out your falls, which means that you're kind of able to just gently glide in, take a lot of the impact away, while when skiers fall, a lot of times they get tangled up, and that can cause a lot of pain. The last reason why snowboarding is more relaxing is that carving will be effortless, leaning back and forth. It's just a simple little lean, and it feels like you're flying almost. So in conclusion, I've skied for 10 years before I made the switch to snowboarding, and ever since I switched, I've loved snowboarding. I tried going back to skiing for one day, and I was bored after an hour. So in conclusion, choose snowboarding because it will leave you feeling accomplished, will give you a rush of a lifetime, yet at the same time will leave you relaxed and at ease.